right. So, been seeing some stuff about Musk in videos, politics, and shit. And so I thought I should comment that while my brain is a little fresh. And also, I said something on the last video about $10,000 per person or some shit like that. So I did do an actual calculation. So if, be it the government or my personal fave, is what I think we should do. It's just, I don't know, through robbery or whatever, because you can say a tax or a levy, but I just like the idea of a robbery on like Musk and Bezos and eh, a couple other really rich people, and just take a combination, a total lump of basically $500 million and give $10,000 to the bottom earning or needy 50 million Americans, adult Americans, who are the most needy. Just give them $10,000. That would be very helpful. Don't worry about, don't, and this is just a thought experiment for right now, because don't worry about all the fuckery that would inevitably ensue with something like that. Because I would just right off the bat, with thinking about something like that, if you did that, probably about 100 billion of that would be waste, loss, or something like that. Um, I mean, 100, let's say 90 plus or minus 10 billion. That's why I go up to 100 billion. So, I mean, it would be a lot. But, if you tried to um, what is it called? Means test it, something like that, and then introduce bureaucracy and, try to offload it to some private firm to, adjudicate it like that and do all these other things. There would be bureaucracy involved and all that. So if you just do it a simple bureaucracy way and just, be like, all right, we're going to do it through Social Security, your Social Security number, and just find a way to just do it simple with a bureaucratic method that costs like $10 million. So the cost is utterly cheap, and just get it to people in a very cheap, very fast way. Then the bureaucratic cost and loss being so cheap, I think we can just afford losing it instead of minimizing the loss on the front end, the loss on the back end would be fine. But yeah, do that and give the utterly in need $10,000. I think that would be a pretty good boon. And since those people need it the most, it would probably be a pretty good stopgap. And for me, I don't know, maybe I'm one of the more responsible persons. I'm already on disability and I'm getting pretty much everything I need. I would say most of that $10,000, if I got $10,000, that would, especially if I got back on the food program, most of that $10,000 would, I might spend like 2,000 right away, and then the remaining 8 would just kind of sit there and be kind of nibbled away at bit by bit. So I would kind of be one of those exceptions. But a lot of people would probably spend a good chunk of it right away, if not most of it right away, catching up on all sorts of bills. Um, which means it would kind of be a government subsidy or a rich person subsidy to name the corporation, um, or the energy company or your landlords that have been waiting for 1, 2, 3 months of rent. Um, you know, it's like the Dave Chappelle thing with reparations. And he did this, and like instantly this phone company, I don't know what it was because it was like 12, 15 years ago or whatever, AT&T suddenly had all their delinquent phone bills paid. Yeah, it might be something like that. It's like suddenly like 10 companies receive $200 million in back payments instantly paid as soon as these 50 million people get their payments. Suddenly, who knows how many bills are paid. And personally, if I had money, if I was a rich person and had money, I might want to buy some stock in some of these companies that I would assume is going to, going to get paid back. And that would probably be a good idea to do that. I don't have money to do that, but I'm saying if you know this is going to happen, buy some interest in one of those companies that's going to certainly get very, very, very flush in payments. Now, being one of those rich people that's going to get railroaded up the dick, or up the butt by a big government dick, forcing them out of some money, whatever. But I'm betting they have hedge funds, and those hedge funds probably include, lots of things, and they probably also include a index fund. And that, I mean, again, they're going to win either way. I mean, yeah, they're going to take a hit right away, but then they're going to win on the back end anyways. So I don't understand why this would be even a bad idea. They fight it. I mean, it's like a kid who's like, I don't want a fucking injection. Don't give me a vaccine. I don't like it, but it's good for them, and it's good for you in the long run. So whatever. That's my thought on the issue. You just don't want to give up a couple $100 billion, even though, 1, 2, 6 months, a year, 2 years from now, that $200 billion is probably going to turn into $400 billion. Whatever. I whatever. I thought you guys had vision, but I don't know. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're just as dumb as I thought you were. Because after all, you have business degrees, and business degrees is like fucking an art college degree, which is like totally useless. So after all, most of you are not medical doctors, or I don't know, have degrees in like astrophysics, microbiology, specialized degrees in advanced theoretical, imaginary mathematics and shit like that. Takes you 12 years to get and pays you dick. Because if you want to know if someone's smart, look at their degree. It's a doctorate, and look at their paycheck. Takes them a long time to get, and they get paid shit. If they're dumb, their degree takes them 4 years to get, and they get paid a fuckload. And they're stupid. Yep, that's America for you. Or they might not even have a degree. See, America. The stupider you are, you might actually get paid more. Smarter you are, you probably don't get paid much. And yet everybody's like, I don't trust academics. Well, they don't get paid anything. So I don't really understand why you don't trust them. You know? Smart people don't really go in things for money because we don't give a shit about money. I mean, if you care about money, you're an idiot. Again, I say this a lot, but money is barbaric. Man, I got an itch on my, I guess it would be, it's not a heel. It's that bone on your foot. Ugh, it's on the side. Gotta not itch it because it's going to get bad. Not itch it. I make that mistake too often. My sister used to bitch at me. I used to say, I got a scratch. Can you itch it? And she was like, no, you say, I got an itch. Can you scratch it? Well, that's a little side note from my past. She always used to nag me for when I was eating, I would hum when I would eat. And she'd get on my ass, stop humming. Be chewing on stop. That's good stuff. So if you're fat like me and you do that and your sibling gets on you, we're in the same park. Don't let someone get on you for loving being fat and eating food. Yep. Rich people deserve no love, and screw them. And Putin, your dick. I don't want you to die. I want you to be destitute, like the two rich people in Trading Places. It's the best way to hurt a rich person is to make them poor. It's a good lesson from an Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd film. Yep. That's why I say take the rich people's money. Make them poor. And let them know what it's like to be poor in America. Whew, man, that would, wow. That would be luscious, wouldn't it? Let a bunch of these rich people just know just how shitty it is to be poor. To make someone like Donald Trump just be actually poor and 80 plus years old in America. Man, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Any 80-year-old plus American vouch for how great that would be to see Donald Trump in tattered rags walking around looking at a dumpster for food. Wow. So there's that. That's my final thoughts. Donald Trump, tattered rags, feet hanging over a dumpster, looking for, uh, you know, slightly eaten chicken legs, trying to get something to eat. There you go. Good night.